Excuse me. Yeah, just come out here and we'll figure it out. I Angels in the house. What's up, my? What the heck is that food from India? So I remember that food from India. Curry. My spicy curry friend. What's up, my spicy curry friend? What you been up to, bro? You making money yet with YouTube? I Yeah, I figured you probably didn't. Probably. But anyway, I make it just spicy anyway. Nope, not yet. Well, I think you got what do you have to hit 500 subscribers, right? So you're good there. The people who are farmers mostly 95% eat spicy. I like spicy. Oh man. So I finally got me a microphone. Used it today on my video that I did. The video is called 50 Tips for the Philippines. Literally green chili paste. Bro, one of the spiciest things I've ever had was that wasabi. Some people don't think wasabi's spicy though. You ever had that? Wasabi, it's from Japan. But to me it's super spicy. Green chili paste. I mean, it's a green paste. That's what it. When you said wasabi, I mean no. I had to wait for that traffic. When you said green chili paste, I was thinking about wasabi because it's green and it's a paste. But does that have like red chili pepper in it too? Do you see like little specks of red chili in the one you're talking about? Because they don't have any red specks in it, not like that. Nope. Man, it sounds similar to the wasabi then. What's up, Callie? How you doing? Callie says, "You handsome like well-fed cow." I prefer bull, but all right. Angel says it's made with green chili, garlic. Yummy. I love garlic, bro. Little oil and some sesame seeds. Sounds yummy to me. I love garlic and I love spicy. What's up, Chico Fanny? Chico Fanny, how you doing? Hi, I am Korean. Hey, good to see you. What part of Korea you from? Because yeah, I used to live in Korea. Hello from London, bro. Hello, Kali. How you doing? Chico says I'm bad. You know it. You know I'm bad. I'm bad. You know it. You know I'm bad. That's cool, Chico Fanny. Angel Gaiman says some people also add ground peanut powder. Yeah, it's interesting what people do with like peanuts and peanut butter and stuff like that. Like that Spanish bread, man. I just realized they put peanut butter inside the Spanish bread here. First time I ever had it was in the Philippines, the Spanish bread. I never had it anywhere else. I had to come all the way to Asia to eat Spanish bread. Think where? Where did I live? I lived in Seoul, but I went to some other places when I was in Korea. But I lived in Seoul.
What's
What
your
about you? Where do you live in Korea?
What's your height?
My height, 5'10". So my girlfriend over here, she got this ring. It's a medical ring, and she got it through her affiliate marketing stuff. And we're gonna be testing it out here in a second to see if it works. So you guys get a what do they call it? A product review. Yeah. You look like your dad.
What's your
Shelby
weight?
says, "How do you know my dad?" Let's see. Who the heck are you, Mister 4'5" Shelby? Where are you from? What's my weight? My weight is
I need your email.
kilograms or pounds?
I need your email.
Email. Hold on. Let
You have
me.
to be,
I'll type
you
that.
have to
Email.
register on the app.
Email. Email. When you put the password in, make sure you don't forget the password.
That's the problem.
Oh my God, she said that's the problem.
Just copy it and I save it in the notes.
No, I told you to make the password.
Oh, okay. Then that's easy.
Yeah, just don't forget it.
Okay, I'll just save it somewhere.
Okay, just add Gmail to this.
Okay.
You don't like any peanut things in Philippines? Yeah, me either, man. The nuts here are not my favorite. Unless you go to the fancy grocery stores here in the Philippines, you can get like some good mixed nuts and different good nuts. But as far as like the local peanuts and stuff, I'm not crazy about them. I'll get on the bus and they'll sell them to me. I mean, I'll tend to eat them, but they're not my favorite. Mr. Four says, "Oh, I already read that, didn't I? Yeah, I already read that. Let's see. Oh, so good in the neighborhood. Angel Gaiman says, bread, sandwich, biscuit with peanut like those pesto. MDA says, did Sevilla yesterday? I was a doorknob for 1,000 years. Oshkosh, what's up, homie? How you doing, bro? We're gonna do a product review. Where's the ring at?
I'm charging it.
Okay, she's got the ring on the charger. We're gonna test it out here in a second. Angel says, so you apply for Philippines monetization or USA? I still have my USA address, so I use that. But, well, I wouldn't say it's applying for monetization. It's just talking about like where you're located. As far as monetization, they're going to figure that out. They're going to figure that out through your audience. So whatever your audience is attracted to, it's going to figure out how much your pay will wind up being. So if most of my audience is Filipino, then it's going to be a lower pay. But if I can get most of my audience to be U.S. American, then it will be a higher pay because you'll be doing U.S. ads. So that's how that works, bro. Which country you use? Yep, that's how it works. It's all based on. I'll wait for the traffic. It's all based on, yeah, your ads. Hey, Mook, Ashkash from India said hello. Ashkash from India.
Don't put a face.
Okay, she said don't put the camera in her face. Max Ryder, hey, how you doing, Max? Good to see you. We're going to be doing a product review here in a second, Max. It's some kind of medical ring that you put on that's supposed to, what did you say it's supposed to?
Check your blood pressure.
Check your blood pressure and your sugar. So we're gonna see what happens. Sunset says, "Yo, thank you for the donation, sir." And yeah, I'll go ahead and acknowledge that, like and heart, because yep, you donated, bro. Thank you for the donation. I don't know if that's super chat or super duper or whatever, but anyway, I appreciate it very much, brother. Okay, you are the man. Oh, I checked out that YouTube channel you said too, Max. The one you recommended. Yeah, the guy. He's down in Davao. Davao. Yeah, he's down in Davao. Yep. And I watched one of his videos that he showed a bunch of different places in that area. Oh man, it's really awesome. It is beautiful. It's very beautiful. It's very awesome down there in Davao City. And I would love to go down there. I wouldn't mind going down there. Um, I don't know what she thinks about that, my girlfriend, but maybe I can get down there and everything. Okay, so let's see. Let me catch up. Sunset, yo, what's up, Sunset Surprise? JR, hello, how you doing, JR? Where you from? And Just Call Me X, what's up, Just Call Me X? And how you doing? Where would where would do it live? Where would do it live? Ads policy, I'm talking. Yeah, I mean, once again, that's all based on wherever your ads go to. You know, um, it's going to be based on your audience. Angel says if you use Filipino, you tend to show more Pinoy ads. Uh, really? I don't know. You know, I've actually done both, and I didn't see any kind of effect. I didn't notice any effect from it. I've done it on both actually. Whenever I made the change, I really didn't see any difference. And in my audience is what I'm talking about. You know, what if your audience are Indian? That's fine. Yeah, yeah. I just want an audience. You know, it doesn't matter where they're from. Except, just Oshkosh. That's the only problem. Eve is dramatic. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Max, he's an expat from UK. Yeah, he's an expat from UK. Yeah, I'll take UK too. Angel Gamer says, well, it's overwrite ads interest based on the audience. Anyway, right now, I haven't seen $1 from YouTube. It says, even though they told me I was over 4,000 hours, they haven't paid me a penny, and they haven't even said we owe you this amount. But they have showed like Max's the money that Max has sent. They've showed that. They've showed some of the other people that have too. And so, yeah, I'm going to wind up doing a shout out for you guys too, by the way, Max. Eventually, every now and then I'll do shout outs for, the list of people that have done super chats and super stickers. Yeah, that's what it's called. Let's see. So basically, I want to know you're going to receive in peso or USA. It's going to be USA. Yeah, it's going to be USA. But yeah, I mean the crazy thing is somebody sent me some pesos, right? So I guess they converted it over to USA. Yeah, but USA is what my money is showing from the super chats and so forth. Matilda says, hi. Matilda is from Ireland. Had to remember. Ireland. Drama Queen. Ronaldo is better. Oh, okay. Hey, in Iran, what's up, Ronaldo? Is better. How you doing? Is that your channel, bro? Is that like, do you make videos and put it on Ronaldo is better? Is it like about soccer? Oshkosh says, Mr. YouTube CEO, please come to this live right now. We need to talk. I know. I think about that whenever I say things. I'm like, man, they're going to kick me off here one day. Matilda says, hi. Hello, hello. Jagger Johan, right? Says, I don't know what's going on with Trump. I don't even know. I don't really follow the news. What did he do now? I did hear something about Bill Clinton today, though. I heard they were going after Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton on that Epstein thing, and he didn't even show up for court. Him and Hillary. Star Sky says, Sudan, what's up? Hey, Star Sky, good to see you from Sudan. Appreciate y'all coming in here. Yeah, I mean, personally, Tommy, if he's still here, I like having somebody from every country in here, man. I think it'd be cool. Everybody shares their different things from every country. So Sudan, what have you eaten anything over there today, and what did you eat, Star Sky? So we can learn about your cuisine, what kind of food stuff you eat. Matilda says, wait, who's that girl? That's my girlfriend. She has a sister. Her sister's available. Let's see. Your football player, Ronaldo is better, says he's a football player. That girl in the back is Mike's mama. It's my sugar mama. Baby.
What?
I need 5 million. Try to get some money up in here.
Go to the bank, Robin.
Hey, I'll make it rain. Even Elon is in the files. I don't know about Elon, man. Elon, that dude has so much money. He could buy every girl in the world if he wants. But it wouldn't surprise me though. But I doubt it. Matilda says hi. Oh, Cash retracted. That's probably a good thing. He retracted. Yo, Matilda. And Tommy says, Mrs. Mike, say that loud. Mrs. Mike? Oh, that's Mrs. Mike. We eat like beans mainly. I think it's called fava beans. Oh, okay. I have heard of fava beans. Yeah. Yummy? Or okay? Are they yummy beans or okay beans? Let's see. Akash says, yes, sugar mama, but no money. Yeah, I don't really get the money from her. I get all these gifts like she's giving me. She just got me a freaking microphone, and Max, he sent money for that microphone, and basically he didn't know what he was sending money for, but that's what I bought with it. Anyway, she got a huge discount. This thing was about 4,000. This microphone was about 4,000 pesos, and they knocked it down to 500 pesos. And thanks to Max, winded up being free for me because of that. Yeah. I've been needing a microphone since day one, 10 months ago. And now I finally got a microphone. It comes with two microphones. So basically, when I do interviews with like the hot girls and stuff, they can have a microphone. Yes, sugar mama, but no money. Let's see. Do you miss American food? Yeah, I do, bro. I miss, a lot of that food I can have here if I could afford it. I just can't afford it though. But because we have ribeye steaks here, we have baby back ribs here. You know, you can go to Chili's restaurant for that American food. You have Monterey Jack chicken and baby back ribs and um, all the wonderful pasta that they have at Chili's. And what's the other place? TGIF, that's over here too. They have really, really good chili. I mean, not chili, pastas. But I will say, Oshkosh, you ain't got no sense. Is in the files. Even the Indian Prime Minister. Yeah, you might want to retract your message before you get locked up. But anyway, you crazy, bro. Uh, yeah, one thing I do miss though that's not over here is a place called Cookout, where they would cook like hamburgers like on the grill kind of thing. You know, like being outside cooking out. You know, I haven't even been able to find ground beef to cook hamburger here on the grill. You know, not where I'm at anyway. Tommy says black beans, steaks, baby corn with loaded cheese with some bread sandwich. Yeah, you know, I used to eat a lot of black beans, bro. I mean, I think that's more of a Mexican thing. Do y'all have black beans over there in India? I know you're not in India now, but Oshkosh, he's in India. Y'all have black beans over there? Because we don't really have the black beans here. But I used to eat a lot of black beans. And I will say this, I found a store here that said they had black beans in a little can. Oh my God, that is a huge mistake. Don't ever go into an S&R, which is like a big warehouse store here in the Philippines, and get a little can of black beans because they got like 1,000. They got like 1,000 milligrams of salt in just a small part of it. You know, it's basically more salt than beans. Yep. And Oshkosh says maybe the steaks are good in states. Well, you know, I think the problem. Waiting for that. Waiting for that to go by that truck. I think the problem is basically that the cost, right? I mean, we have those big ribeye steaks over here in the Philippines at Texas Roadhouse, but it costs almost the same as the U.S. price. And who can afford that? You know, the Philippine people can't afford that. So what they wind up getting is these little skinny small steaks over here. I mean, I can't afford the steaks either. I couldn't afford them in the U.S. anymore either. You know, I mean, I used to be able to. But prices have gone up so high. Everything's so expensive, man. If I went back there now, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to buy any big steak because it's just too much. You can find in SM Mall. Find the black beans. Oh, the ground beef. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I did see that, but the only problem is I don't have any. I don't have an SM Mall out here. But yeah, I think I did see that in Manila. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's just not where I'm at. That's the problem. Yeah, we don't have any SM Mall close to here at all. Tommy says, of course, and Oshkosh says, LOL. Black eyed beans. Yeah, we call them black eyed peas. Yeah, I like the music group, Black Eyed Peas. Those are good too, but black beans I prefer more, and black beans are more healthy. Also, I remember now, black beans. A lot of them come from Costa Rica. Tommy says just buy raw and soak it. Black eyed peas. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those over here either. Let's see. Akash says, "Do you have any other plans for making money other than YouTube, like a business?" Yeah, Mr. Businessman. Every now and then I think about you, man. Talking about wanting to do the business stuff. Um, yeah, I'm working on digital marketing stuff right now. It's something that I used to do. I used to do some Google Ads stuff and that. So I'm trying to learn some of the new things with digital marketing and try to get that going. Enough. What's up? Have you had enough yet? Enough. Have you had enough yet? Anyway, yeah, it's a camera up there, but it's not plugged in. The people that lived here, yeah, they hooked up a camera, and I guess they used to use it. But yeah, they're not here anymore. They're over in Spain. The people that own the house. Da da da. Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, I know. Where did she go to? She was supposed to get that ring working. Hey, you working on the ring? They miss you. Everybody misses you. She's like, whatever. Why did you say, oh my goodness? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I forgot why. Oh, I think just because I'm like tired, bro. I had a very, very long day today. Basically, I was working on this really awesome video today, right? And it's 33 minutes. I just posted it. I posted it about an hour ago or 2 hours ago. Yeah, about 2 hours ago. So basically, it's the 50 tips of visiting or living in the Philippines. I give out 50 tips. It's 33 minutes long. And yeah, I spent the whole day working on that, thinking of all the different ideas. And I had to go to out to record it somewhere. I didn't want to record it here because nobody wants to see this. So I had to find a nicer place to record at. Let's see. Yes, I receive. Akash. Akash. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm crying. Just date her sister, man. Her sister's younger. So there you go. And actually, her sister's looking for somebody like your age. So, a lot of the Philippine girls here want someone that's a lot older. A lot of them. But then there's probably half of them that want somebody close to their age. So now I know why some people would think it's the reason. Why do you prefer older? You prefer older? What do you mean? Or I prefer older? Well, why do you prefer older? You missed a word there. Tripping. You prefer older, or me? You're asking me. Why do they prefer older? I mean, oh, okay. Well, I think a lot of people would have. I can answer what people would think, right? But the truth, the reality is, Angel said stability and money. Yeah, that's part of it. Stability, money, and also maturity, and also a lot of times they've been burned by younger guys that cheat on them, and that's like the biggest problem with girls here anyway. They don't they don't want guys that are going to run around and cheat on them. A lot of the young guys, they do that kind of stuff. Akash says in India it is seen as stigma. It is not encouraged. The same way in the USA. Akash, same way in the USA. single mom problem is worse in Philippines. Yeah, that's true, Tommy. And usually that's the ones. Well, and Tommy's, what he's saying as far as stability and money, the ones that would be after more stability and money that are younger are the ones that have a kid, single mothers. And what happened? They were with a young guy and he ran away. And so she became a single mother. So she's wanting that stability, she wants that money, and she wants somebody that's going to run away on her and, mess around with other girls, right? So those are the top three things. Yeah. Someone they can trust, stability, and money. Let's see. Are the girls serious? They want long-term relationship. Things have changed a lot. I mean, I just did a video about this in case you want to watch it, Oshkash. But I'll tell you what it is. I mean, I'll tell you a little bit. Dating over here has changed a lot. Basically, 3 years ago, yeah, there was more that wanted long term. Now they're being influenced by that American social media bullcrap that's over there, and they're becoming more like just after money type stuff. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I mean, I gotta say it correctly on here. Uh, you give me this, I give you that kind of thing. I gotta watch what you say on YouTube. And Max says they want stability. And yeah, that is with the good girls. Okay. Yeah, with the good girls, they definitely just want stability as the main thing. I'll even hear some of them, even with kids, say, I don't want your money. I don't care about your money. That kind of stuff. They're wanting to make their own money. They want to go out and do that, So that these are the good girls. Now, the bad girls are becoming like the American girls. Let's see. Era Scott. And see, we had a breakup recently, and I dated during that time when we did the breakup. So that's why I got to know how dating is nowadays. Era Scott says, I want to be a good man and want to achieve other people's interests. That seems strange, but okay. Good, Iris. It's good you want to be a good man, but you want to achieve other people's interest. That's the strange thing. Why would you say you want to achieve other people's interest? Why wouldn't you want to achieve your interest? Why would you focus your achieving on what other people want? Why wouldn't you want to make yourself happy? Tommy says, you are lucky if you find such girl. For some of them, true love matters also. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's still a lot of girls here in the Philippines that that are looking for true love. Yeah. India is too influenced by the West. Yeah, I've noticed that whenever I've watched some of the vloggers from India, the younger vloggers, I've noticed that too. Yeah. I mean, that's like devil land out there, bro. That freaking West, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna blame a lot of this. I'm gonna blame a lot of this on those rich, spoiled kid. I shouldn't say kids, but rich, spoiled simps that had so much money, and they basically would send it to those OnlyFans girls, and those OnlyFans girls were making millions of dollars, being 20 years old, and then so, I mean, as men, we are the ones that create things. We make things happen. We made them like that. If we weren't cheating on them, then they wouldn't become like that, right? If we weren't spoiling them with money, then they wouldn't become like that, you know? Assist says, you want compromise? I was 20 years in the can. I wanted manicotti. I ate grilled cheese off the radiator instead. All right, this sounds like a weird friend of mine. Young Yu says, house speed, win or lose. Okay. Max says there are still a few old-fashioned girls in the province. Yeah, there definitely is. I'd say pretty much her and her sisters are old-fashioned girls. She's got three sisters, and yeah, she's great. Eve is a wonderful girl, and and I've met plenty of old-fashioned girls. Yeah, and they tend to be in the province. Yeah, just trying to think. Yeah, I don't think any are like originally from the city. But I've met some of the province girls that would leave the province and they come to Manila, that kind of thing. Those are gems. I'm thinking about making a channel about what we're talking about about girls, about the dating, about all that kind of aspect. Because when I put it on this channel, I don't get enough views for it. But I think if I did it with a totally separate channel, and I had two channels, one for that, one for like my just normal family friendly Philippines thing. Um, yeah. Oshkosh says because I can tell you it would go deep in that channel. I mean, it would go like spicy. Oshkosh says because maybe don't have interest of his own. Don't have interest of his. Oh yeah, talk about that guy. 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". Let's see the OTC. Men's Room Rumble. Weird people. Yeah, no, bro. Max Ryder says, "Hello, Eve. ¿Cómo está, po?" Max is talking to you.
Hi.
She said hi. Sunset Surprise says, "Hi, I'm back. Look who's back. Sunset's back again." John's Phillips Journal says, "Good evening, Mike." Hey, John's Phillips Journal, how you doing? And what is your channel about, man? If anybody wants to put what their channel's about in here, feel free, let people know. Oshcast says, "Spicy." Yeah, Eve Drama Queen is back.
Drama queen.
That's Oshkash. He's
Wait,
got
wait,
he's got more hair than he does brains. So I asked a question. I said, what do you prefer? Would you rather go to school or would you rather go to work? Everybody picked work except for Oshkosh. He's the Indian.
It's weird.
Yeah, his parents are like, go to school. You have to go to school. You know? Let's see. Not active channel, just capture memories. Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Yeah, where are you from? John's Phillips Journal. And it looks like you got a picture. Is that you and a Filipina? American and Filipina? It's hard to see on here. Oshka says, "Do you talk each other or keep scrolling phones?" Dude. Yeah, we talk to each other a lot, but I'm doing work right now. This is work for me, man. Yeah. Whenever I'm working, she doesn't bother me. She lets me work, work, work. What are you doing? Oh, are you working on the? She's working on the ring.
measures heart rate and max blood oxygen and keep track on
It doesn't do
your
blood pressure.
no.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't.
Your
It's pretty hard to do blood pressure,
yeah.
but it does a lot of other stuff. Okay, that's
Like
cool.
on the smart stuff.
Yeah,
So you can monitor your exercise and
exercise. Oh, that's cool.
your heart rate. Let me check it.
I've been here before. Oh, don't go too far.
Okay, this one.
I don't want that ring stuck on me forever. I've been here before under John C. Oh, okay, I got you. Max Ryder says to Oshkash, that's rude to say that to a Filipina. Eve didn't laugh, Mike. Do you talk to each other or keep scrolling phones? Was that rude?
I got 80.
I think you're talking about the other thing. Now I think about it.
Okay, blood heart rate's normal. Let's see.
Yeah, she's pretty used to stupidity. She's been hanging out with me, and she watches a lot of American TV. And I think she's more American than I am, but she's a nice American.
That's a nice
She's like,
American.
and when I say nice American, that's like a nice American is like somebody from the 70s and 80s. You know, those people. What are you doing? Oh, it's working. It's working, the ring. So here's the measurement. You keep the ring on here, and basically my heart rate is 80 beats per minute. My blood oxygen is 95%.
It's still loading.
Oh, that's still loading.
It's still tracking
Yeah, it's probably hard because it's barely on my pinky, and
it has to detect the belly.
it's so
There.
it's so tight
99.
to be on a bigger finger. Oh, okay. That's a lot better. It's 99%. Yeah, I thought 95% was pretty low.
95 up is not normal.
95 up is normal. Okay, well that's good
94
then,
below,
right?
It's dangerous.
So I'm doing good at 99% blood oxygen, I think.
Good. Wash now.
Let's see. I've been here before under John C. And okay. Eve didn't laugh. She's just not paying attention to you. Oshkosh, let's see. Oshkosh says, I will throw curry masala. You know, that's what I was trying to think. Curry masala at you, Mike. Yeah, but Max is right. A lot of Filipinos can be very sensitive to things, and you know, and some are gonna be less sensitive than others, and the people here are quite emotional, I think, too. Um, but I don't know, man. I say that, but maybe it's just because how real they are, you know, like how deeply real they are in things. Like they music, love music. Um, you know, and back in the 80s, it was like love music, 70s, 80s was very deep back then, you know, but now it's like, what is that strawberry, that song by, what's that song by Harry Styles, Strawberry or something like that? Hey, babe, what's the song by Harry Styles? Strawberry something? I don't know, I can't remember. Maybe somebody in here will know. Anyway, that's like love music now, right? But back then it was like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Back then it was like music like, when I see you smile, I can face the storm or something. Anyway, oh, You know I can do anything. Do, do, do. When I see you smile at me. Baby, when I see you smile. You know, it was on deeper levels back then. Now it's like, you my girl, you my girl. That's it, you my girl. you know. Hello, it's me again. What's up, Cody? Cody Love NYX. And Max says Filipinos love family. They love family, food, dance, and music. And I'm going to put it in the order. I'm going to put those in order. I'm going to say they love family number one, food number two, music number three, and dance number four. What about Americans? Bro, you're going to get me in trouble, Oshkosh. What Oshkosh is always trying to set up some trouble. He's always trying to cause trouble. Oshkosh, what do Americans love? Money, 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 money. Money. Let's see. Make Philippines great again. Oh, you're funny, bro. Yeah, Max says buddy. Philippines is still great. I just feel like I'm going to do a video about this. Matter of fact, I feel like it's slowly turning into U.S. though. It's slowly turning into the U.S. Really, don't Philippines love money? No, I mean, no. No, that's the great thing about being over here, man. They love simple life. If you watch most of the videos where I interview these young girls, these pretty girls and so forth, I ask them, what kind of guy do you want? How much money do they need to make? And usually they'll say they just want a simple guy. They do want what Max says, the support, what do you call it? Stability. Yeah, they want that stability, but they're not concentrating on riches. Why do you think I'm here, bro? India 2, Mike, effect of globalization. Yeah, effect of social media and globalization, yeah. Okay, then I will find a Philippine girl. Yeah, I mean, I've known a couple that like Indian guys. Yeah, I know a couple. Tommy here, if he's still in here, he had a girlfriend. He's from India, and he had a Filipina girlfriend. But I'm gonna say it is turning though. It's gonna be harder to find eventually, and try not to do it through social media, because that's usually where the bad girls go to, is social media. So you need to try to be here. Let's see. Max says most of the Filipinos just want a simple life, don't need to be rich. Yep, yep, yep. And if I had to put a percentage on that, I'd say, Philippine people, at least 80%, at least don't have any desire on being rich. Maybe 90%, maybe 95%, I don't know, but at least 80%. And I'm talking about guys and girls, They don't have that desire to be wealthy. And that's the kind of person I am. I don't have the desire to be wealthy either. So that's why I love it over here. I love the people over here, all that stuff. Arcash says, that sounds great, Mike. I will visit Philippines soon. Oh my gosh! I better tell them at immigration that you're coming. Spicy man, he's coming. Make sure, make sure we lock the doors at the airport. No, I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. But anyway, Akash, what else were we talking about? Oh yeah, the love of money, right? You asked what does the U.S. love? Money and you know, and I yeah. Well, I mean, we could say weed, but there's other stuff too, right? Besides that particular drug. You know, West is all money, alienation, and loneliness. Alienation and loneliness is big. I wouldn't say they love that though, but yeah, it's pretty bad over there. You know how the family isn't close, and because the family's not close, they become lonely, and because you have so many cold people over there that are chasing dollars and not don't be okay with a simple life. They're too busy. They're too busy, and because they're too busy, that also makes them lonely. If everybody's busy, how are they going to spend time with each other? When you're not busy, the other person's busy. So, yeah, you're going to be more lonely. Who loves alienation? Yeah, but I was getting back to the love thing. We're still got money, and we got the, you know, the and different things like weed, other stuff too, a lot of stuff. That fake weed is horrible. Yeah, that's some bad stuff. Don't do the fake stuff. uh yes, Mike Will said, who loves alienation. That's funny. There's a lot of old people will say that. They'll say, I'm by myself and I'm happy by myself. I don't need a man. I don't need a woman, whatever. They're full of it. you know, they're full of it. That rat poison weed. Yeah, that fake stuff is dangerous. It's very dangerous. I've seen it firsthand. Oshkash says, what about Amish? Are they chill people? Yeah, you were the one that was going to go check out the Amish people, right? Those are the simple people. They are simple, but that's such a small amount of America, right? That's only maybe 2% of America. I don't know, 1%. I don't know. It's like extremely low. But yeah, that's the most simple people in the U.S. And it's a bunch of white people, bro. They don't have Indians in there. If you're trying to join them, I don't know. I don't know. It would be like, hello, I'm here. I want to be Amish. And they'll be like, are you crazy? Mike Avita says, hello, fellow American. What's up, my man? This is my Pogie twin brother, Mike and Venus. Let's see. Say hello to Venus for me, bro. Arcash says, what about Mexicans? I have a lot of friends that are from Mexico. Yeah, I love Spanish people. I love the Spanish culture. Y'all don't know this, do you? I'm divorced, and my wife is my ex-wife. Because I'm divorced, is Spanish, not Mexican though. Mike just wants to churn the butter. Yeah, she was Hispanic, but she wasn't Mexican. See if you can guess the country. Anybody can guess the country she's from? But yeah, we had a very long marriage. And yeah, she was a great person too. She still is. She's still a great person. She's still alive and everything. She was a lot older than me too. So I had a much older woman, and she was Hispanic. I love that kind of culture. You know, Spanish culture. I love the Philippine culture. I'm not crazy about the Korean culture. To me, it's a lot like an American culture. And I've got a best friend from high school that was Filipino. I think, anyway, maybe I shouldn't talk about him right now. But yeah, he was the only Filipino in the high school. He wound up going into the Army, and I mean, Navy, and I winded up going into the Army. Phil Collins says, it doesn't even burn when I use the restroom anymore. Congratulations. But are the are the big pimples still there in the area? Let's see. What the F? Ha ha ha. And Mike, you know, a lot of guys that come over here, us older guys that come over here, a lot of us are divorced, and then we come over here in our 50s. I know Mike, he was married to, um, but I don't think I'm not. I don't want to talk about his personal business. But Ian, I think Ian was married too, right? I believe, and I guess Fred too. I don't know. I don't really talk to Fred much. But yeah, I mean, I think pretty much every single older guy that's over here was married and divorced. Max has been married 31 years this year. I will say that my best friend that was Filipino, he was married to a Filipina. He was, in the U.S. and he wound up getting a divorce. But yeah, he wound up getting a divorce. Um, my marriage lasted 20, almost 26 or 27 years. It was like right at the edge. I think it was 26, but close to 27. If you round it off, it would be 27 years. Rounded off. Let's see, we all have a past. Yeah, that's true. We all have a past. Yep. Chili Harry says, "Como está, po?" Hey, Chili Harry, what's up, man? How you doing? Chili Harry. Chili Harry, do you have a channel? What's your channel about? LOL. Wow, Max, that's great. Yeah, that is great. 31 years, man. 31 years. That's awesome. You know, I mean, there's very few Americans that, well, the divorce rate over in the USA is about 50%. So out of two people, one person's going to be divorced, eventually. So in India, from what I read, I think it was Wikipedia, I believe. India divorce rate's like 1%, 1 or 2%, something like that. Why is your divorce rate so low there? I mean, in the Philippines it's 0%, but that's because the law is you can't divorce here in the Philippines. Life's pressures are high in the U.S. Yeah. Oh, Maganda Asawa. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I know Maganda is. Let's see. Maganda. Oh my gosh. I want to say Mahal Kita. Mahal Kita is I love you. Beautiful, yeah. Okay. Maganda is like beautiful. And Asawa, I'm not sure what that is. What is Asawa? What's wrong with the U.S.? Max said the pressures are high in the U.S., life pressures. As you know, it's so complicated over in the U.S. Everything is so complicated. There's so many variables of different things going on. You know, and so there's been so many. They call the U.S. a melting pot because there's people from all over the world that come there. Waiting for the traffic. And a lot of traffic right now. And, you know, there's just so many things in there. It's not really the people, it's, you know, that create it. It's more the actions of everything, you know. California, but Philippines. Beautiful wife. Oh, beautiful wife. Okay. Didn't it? Maganda Asawa. His beautiful wife. Thank you, Chili. Max, where do you live? Let's see. He lives in California. Yeah, he's from the Philippines. Asawa means spouse. You know, I actually saw this word recently and I forgot it. Thank you for saying that. Maganda is beautiful, yeah. Yep. One day I was in a bus and I said that I was sitting beside somebody in the bus and I said, Mahal Kita to the guy beside me. I was looking at the sunrise, you know, coming up on the bus, and I said, Mahal Kita. He thought I was saying I love you to him. And I was trying to say Maganda. Sometimes I'll forget Maganda, Mahal Kita. Let's see, Taga San Ka Pre. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember that part. Oh, Mike. Hold on, that's Venus. Venus must be talking. The bus. Yeah, Venus is always beside Mike. He says it's Mike. I don't think you know that much, bro. Let's see, Mahal Kita. Mahana. I know Mahal Kita is I love you. That's all I know. Good morning. Yeah, Maganda Umaga. I do know that one. Maganda Umaga, Maganda Gabe, Maganda Hapon. Maganda Hapon's good afternoon, and Gabe is good evening. What is going on here, kids? Yeah, we're doing some Filipino language. I'm pure Filipino, but whitewashed. Oh, okay. Chili Harry? What are you in the Philippines? Or are you in US or where you at? Let's see. Mike says, I do know that much. Venus is inside the house. I'm outside. Oh, okay. Not Maganda, Magandang. What do you mean whitewashed? Did somebody paint you? You're funny, bro. Max says, Ikal ang panaka bagan bebe. Okay, I have no idea. But mundo is today in Spanish. I know a lot of Spanish. Mundo is Spanish. Yeah, lunes. Lunes is Monday. And so a lot of the Spanish relates with the Philippine language. Let's see. Yeah, I'm on the Mindanao. Yeah, Mindanao part. Okay. I'm in Mindoro, Chili Harry. Lugo Lugo Bolo. Mundo is world. Oh, that's right. Ah, Mundo is world. It's Spanish, but yeah, you're right. It's world. Mundo. Ah, because yeah, you have that news thing that always pops up. Mundo something Mundo. My Spanish is getting rusty. Chili Harry, where? Oh yeah, you're in Mindanao. Okay, Mindanao part. Okay. Magandang umaga is good morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Magandang. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to say it. Magandang. I always say maganda, but yeah, you're right. But roughly it does translate to beautiful morning to you. Yeah, I usually just say maganda, umaga, and people are okay with it. But yeah, yeah, I guess that's supposed to be the correct way to say it. Uganda, Rwanda. Magandang. Magandang. Yeah. I really prefer Spanish over Tagalog, I'll be honest with you. Babe is girl and lalaki is boy. Yeah, I've seen this before, trying to learn some of the Tagalog, but I haven't tried to learn enough. I haven't studied enough. Let's put it that way. Spider Sammy Dev says, I'm back. Mike and Venus says, easiest way to learn proper pronunciation. Yeah, I know. I know my girlfriend, she went over the whole alphabet with me for about an hour, and I think I've probably forgot it all. I'm really bad at learning languages, to be honest with you. It took me forever to learn the Spanish that I know. I mean, I'm saying 20 over 20 years. And I still don't even know. I probably know like 60%. So, ¿qué pasó, chico? ¿Qué pasó, chico? What's up, boy? David C. Oh, he's from England. He knows that one. Mike Venus says, Abaca. Oh, bro, that's enough Tagalog. Church U Barber. What the heck is Akash talking about? I think he's doing Indian now. There's actually a part here in Zamboanga that speaks fluent Spanish. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I heard there's like a really beautiful area over there. I think it's the Spanish area, like a old style Spanish area. Yeah, it's probably really cool, bro. Now, Ron Nair says, leave some women for the rest of us, buddy. Well, you got it now because yeah, I'm not doing dating anymore. But when I did do the dating, I dated quite a bit, but a lot of them girls were troublemakers. I'll be honest with you because I always dated the ones that were like 90% of them were in their 20s. I dated a few in their 30s. Eve, she's in her 30s. And it's hard to find a decent one that's young, because not because they're not a good person, but just because they're not very mature. They're not mature enough, you know. Narani says, leave some women. Oh, yeah, I read that. Best way to learn is to keep speaking with locals. To learn. Yeah, best way to learn. That's what she says, but for me, I think it's impossible for me to do it that way. I think it's impossible for me, bro. I think the best way for me to do it is that app that I have, and it's like flashcards, and just having that repetition. I try a little bit of that, listening to locals and trying to understand what they're saying, but I'm just horrible at learning languages. Tagalog, Japanese, Korean. I told myself I was going to learn Korean when I went there. I only learned like 3 words. I was there for a year, and what I learned: "Annyeonghaseyo," hello, "Adama," and "Adashi," and that was all I learned. Adama, Ajama. Hold on, is it Adama? Adashi. Adashi is man. Ajama. Is it Ajama? I done forgot. But anyway, that's supposed to be woman. And then Annyeonghaseyo is hello. Many dialects, and that's another thing too. Like Max says, many dialects here in the Philippines islands, which is PI, or they use PH for Philippines. And basically, yeah, there's tons of dialects. As a matter of fact, I just recently saw the number for that, and the number was I want to say 2,000 dialects in the Philippines. I believe it was. I have to look at it again, so I forgot. But yeah, it was crazy, crazy, crazy high. Spider Sam Dev says, "Y'all don't miss me." What's up, Spider? How you doing, Spider? Yeah, I miss you, bro. Miss you. Chili Harry says, "How old are you, sir?" 53. What about you, Chili Harry? I am 53. Oshkosh says, "But the local women start running when Mike approaches." He's going back to a video. Yeah, they probably heard about my bad reputation over here. It's easy to get a reputation over here, so be careful if you come over here. I don't really have a bad reputation, but if you tell a girl here that you dated a lot of girls, they don't want to they don't want to be with you. But I mean, honestly, I think I'm too picky, basically. That's part of the reason I dated so many, because I'll be like, I don't like this about her. Y'all doing miss me. David says, Español es muy importante. Importante. Okay, this means Spanish is very important, but is segundo más idioma. Now that one I don't remember. Segundo más, more is más, idioma. I'm not going to guess because I'll probably be wrong. Mike Venus says, so everyone knows Mike probably passed right near my home several times and never stopped by to say hello. No, that's not true, Mike. I did not pass by your home. I didn't go that direction up that way. But I will say I was probably close to there a long time ago. But that was before I started YouTube, actually. I was close to you before I started YouTube. There was a girl that I liked. I'll tell the story. I really liked this girl, and Eve will be super mad if she hears me talking like this. But I'm going to say it anyway. Maybe she won't hear me. So there was this one girl over there close to where Mike was, and I really liked her. And basically, I met her online, and we really hit it off. She was awesome. There was only one big problem, huge problem. And I'll tell you what it is in a second. Spider, we miss you, bro. Just teasing you, brother. Y'all don't miss me. We miss you, bro. Yo, let's see, says, I study, yo estudiando Spanish, Espanol, para 3 años in the. Okay, hold on, I gotta fix this. All right, something popped up. Okay, for 3 years in the university. Oh, so I did know all that one. I studied Spanish for 3 years in university. Y'all don't miss me. Miss you, Spider. Miss you, Spider. Trying to speak fluent Mandarin now. Oh, okay. Man, that's going to be a tough one. Chinese, man. They say the toughest one to learn. The toughest language to learn. But it looks like you're doing good, bro, and I know you're smart, David. Chili Harry says there's. How old are you, David? Chili Harry said there's an American vlogger that speaks fluent Tagalog. Yeah, I mean, there's. Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's at least one. There's probably more than that. Y'all don't miss me. And, oh, we miss you, Spider. And I mean, we cannot not miss you because you're all over the place here. David C says English, Spanish, and Mandarin are the three most important languages. Yeah, and that's the reason I'm trying to stay with Spanish instead of moving over to Tagalog because there's so many people that speak Spanish and English. I already know English. Mandarin, man, I don't think I'm going to touch that one though. I'm getting too old for that. We miss you, Spider. We miss you, Spider. We miss you. All right. Anybody getting tired of Spider, let me know. Most languages are based off of Latin or a combination of Latin words, says Michael. Did y'all miss me? Thank you. Hello, Spider. You're living in the basement. Oh, you're 16 and you need sleep. Yeah, it's 12:35. All right, good night, Chili Harry. All right, I'm going to finish that story. Basically, the big problem was. Hold on, let me see if there's anything important I'm missing. Whole bunch of crazy stuff. I'm just going to skip a bunch of stuff here. Oh, you're in your early 40s. Okay, so he's in his 16. He's 16 years old, your early 40s. Spider, everyone misses you now. Oh, yeah, the moderator. Let's see. The amazing, energetic Joshua says, great to see you. Hey, Joshua, where you from? And great to you as well. So, David, you are 40-something and you feel 25. I'm the same way. I'm 50-something and I feel 20-something. I don't know exactly. But yeah, I still feel like I'm in my 20s. Okay, here's the second part of the story. So she didn't tell me as soon as I met her that she only had about 2 weeks left in the Philippines, and then she was going to be doing OFW and go to Saudi Arabia. So that messed everything up. I'm like, oh, so you're going to make me fall for you? And you're going to leave and go to another country in 2 weeks? You know, this was when I wasn't with Eve at the time. And anyway, that's just the story of the girl that was over there near Mike. So, you know, a lot of crazy things happened whenever I was dating, you know, stuff like that. And then there was a couple that I met, but I didn't meet them in person when I found out they were married. But they, you know, I met them online, and then I asked them if they were married, and they said yeah. And then I wouldn't meet them, even though they wanted to meet, but I wouldn't meet. I don't meet, you know, I don't want to meet anybody married. Let's see. I'm 54 and feel 54. That's funny. David says, bitch press and marathon times equal to my 20s. That's awesome. I mean, I'm going to say, you can really be in the best shape of your life in your 40s. And I did the whole PI. I mean, when you get close to 50, that's when you start losing muscle. So you got to be careful with that. And unfortunately, I am not being careful because I don't have my weights over here. I'm not going to a gym. So yeah, I'm losing muscle. And but as soon as I can, I want to get back at trying to get that muscle back. Not lose it. Um, but anyway, at least I'm at least I'm slimmed down. I've lost a lot of weight. You know, I walk a lot. Take your supplements, Mikey. Yeah, I do, Max. I definitely believe in supplements. I take multivitamins every week. I wouldn't say every day, but I take usually about two or three multivitamins every week. LA Public Security official says, "What's up? How you doing? Hey, LA Public Security official, doing good. How you doing? Are you in USA? And how old are you? If you want to say, if you don't want to say, that's okay." David C says, "Aim to be the same in the 60s if possible." Yeah, I mean, we always have these goals and these aims and stuff, but it can be pretty tough trying to reach the goals and aims that we have and all that kind of stuff. Um, but you could definitely do it, right? But it sounds like you got a lot on your plate, man. Trying to learn language and trying to be healthy. And also, what else are you doing? I know you're doing trading. David does trading. He's talked about that quite a bit. Storm Cloak Soldier says, "This is stolen AI pre-recorded content." All right, bro. James says, "What's up? How you doing, Mikey?" Hey, James. Good to see you. What's up? How you doing? James, I think I remember you being in here, right? I don't remember where you're from, though. David said testosterone increased and aided by protein. Let's see. Carnivore diet, good sleep, heavy weights, and add some sun. I agree with add some sun, heavy weight. Well, I agree with weights. I agree with good sleep. I agree with carnivore diet. I agree with the protein. Yep. Hey, Dad. What's up, Cold Air? Cold Air 14. Mr. Cal Morgan. What's up, Mr. Cal Morgan? How's it going? What's up? How you doing? I'm doing great. How you doing, bro? Dad, come home. Litbo. Who is this? I don't have any sons. Mr. Cal says, "What's up, Sergeant James?" Mike Venus says, "Hey, Mike. So these late night live streams do as well as doing them earlier in the day." I'm going to tell you this. Um, After that traffic goes by, I'm going to tell you basically that it doesn't really matter for me because I move around so much that I have audience in different times of the day. So it's not a big deal on how many people I have, and it's usually not much, maybe, it's not a lot, maybe four or five, something like that, right? I think the biggest thing is staying on for a very long time. It's the biggest thing. But the reason that I picked this time is also because of the trolls, the and young people. When young people are out of school, so I got to think about okay, right now, young people trolling and so forth in the USA are maybe in school, but right now they're not. Right, it's Sunday, right? So they're not in school. They're probably just waking up. They're probably asleep actually over in California, and that's the worst area. So I do a lot of strategic thinking whenever I figure out things. And then over here in the Philippines, the young people are asleep. So it causes less craziness in my life. A lot of young people like to come to my lives, which I don't mind that, but I just don't want a bunch of craziness. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of thinking to figure out things, bro. But that's one of the big reasons that I moved around to try to get an older crowd. And also, like I said, some of the people I don't get to see earlier, I want to be able to see them. Let's see, curious, yep. And trade in private equity and commercial real estate. Litbo says, Dad, did you just disown us on live? What does that mean? What does this mean? Anybody know? Disown? Disown? I don't know what that means. Laurel says hi there, or Lauren. I'm sorry, Lauren. Lauren Mal Herbe. Hey, how you doing, Lauren? Good to see you. James says good luck on life. Mike, my Tito passed away from hypothermia and dehydration while climbing Mount K2. I don't know K2, but sorry about your uncle passing away. See that right there is one of the words that is Spanish and Tagalog. Tito, yeah. Mike and Venus says okay, and L.A. loves men. All right, and Libero says Unk. Where's your business? Where's your business? Where's your business? Okay. Facts Lips. Litbo says, Dad, you're literally so mean. Oh, okay. If you're my kid, what is your name? I do have a kid. It's a daughter. But let's see. What's your name, Litbo? James says, I love how the LA Public Security Department is watching the same thing as me and our Army Ranger and Cal Morgan and Delta Force member. Mike and Venus says, but you're still getting a lot of trolls. Yeah, right now, yeah, we I forgot that we do have school is out today over in the USA. I forgot about that. And I hate this noise. And there might be, and because school is out, there might be some that are up right now in the Philippines too. Jolene, hey, how's it going, Jolene? Good to see you. And man, I'm gonna tell you, all the noise bugs the crap out of me. That 18-year-old girl is back there. She's playing music. That's American music she's playing. Just to let y'all know. We're over here in the Philippines, and you hear a lot of American music. Um, and then all the noise from the highway sort of like drowning my ears out. So it's hard to think and concentrate and read. But yeah, sometimes the trolls are a lot worse. A lot worse. And I shouldn't say trolls. Young people. Young people, actually. You know me, I allow young people to come in. And, of course, if it bugs you guys, definitely, I mean, we got two moderators in here, so, I know Mike did something about Spider.